Bruh, how did that go in?
Whoop, whoop. Here I come.
Oh.
Here I come.
Oh.
If you've ever watched an NBA game and said that out loud, chances are you were watching one of these guys shoot a jump shot. Swish Roll Here, and today we are looking into NBA stars whose shooting forms were so broken it looked like they were playing basketball for the first time. Yet somehow, they found a way to get buckets. We could talk about Joakim Noah, Kevin Martin, or Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, all of whom had jump shots that could make you never want to watch another basketball game. But today, we're diving deep into the ugly jump shots of three legendary players: Shawn Marion, Jason Kidd, and Shaquille O'Neal. Buckle up because this is about to get rough. Shawn Marion was an absolute nightmare in transition, a defensive menace and an elite player. But his jump shot looked like he was trying to push the ball out of his hands before it exploded. The Matrix didn't shoot. He flung the ball like a quarterback trying to dump it off under pressure. Unlike traditional shooters who follow through with their form, Marion looked like he was trying to quickly get rid of a hot potato.
Картошечка. Very hot potato. Ой, ай.
And yet, despite his shots looking horrendous, it worked. Over his career, he averaged 18.4 points per game at his peak and shot 33% from deep, proving that mechanics aren't everything. Defenders had no idea when the ball was coming out of his hands because his release was quicker than chisme at the family barbecue. And the result, a four-time All-Star, an NBA champion in 2011, and one of the most versatile players the league has ever seen. What made Marion's shot even weirder was the fact that he could hit mid-range jumpers with surprising consistency. Despite shooting mechanics that look like a glitch in 2K, he was actually effective from 15 to 18 feet, which confused defenders even more. They wanted to give him space, but they knew he could hit that ugly-looking shot at just a high enough rate to punish them. And let's not forget that Marion wasn't just some role player. He was an essential piece on the 7 Seconds or Less Suns, the team that revolutionized modern basketball offense. So yeah, his jumper was horrendous, but it was also terrifyingly effective.
Man, everything looking great for Shawn Marion tonight.
I see, right as the clock goes off, Shawn knocks it.
Jason Kidd was a basketball genius, one of the greatest passers in NBA history, a defensive leader, and a master at controlling the tempo of the game. But when it came to shooting, let's just say, his early jumper had about the same accuracy as a toddler throwing a toy across the room. In his rookie season, he shot a horrific 27% from 3, and his jumper looked like he was trying to push open a stop door. But to Kidd's credit, he knew it was a problem. Unlike some stars who never bothered to improve, he put in the work and turned himself into a legit shooter over time. One of the worst moments of Kidd's early career came in the 1996 NBA playoffs, when his shooting woes were fully exposed. Defenders straight up refused to guard him on the perimeter, sagging off so much it looked like they had a restraining order against the three-point line. Kidd finished the series shooting just 33% from the field, continuously missing open shot after open shot. It was bad. But to Kidd's credit, he put in the work. By the end of his career, he was 37% three-point shooter and had made more career threes than Larry Bird, a stat that feels completely fake. What? His ugly jumper became effective, but not enough to erase the years where it looked like he was shooting a basketball with peanut butter on his hands.
Championship contender, and as Jason Kidd knocked down.
Before we get to our last guy, our honorable mention is Andre Roberson. Look, Roberson was an elite defender, but his jump shot, it was so broken it almost got him benched in the NBA playoffs. Teams didn't just sag off him, they ignored him. Defenders were daring him to shoot. He shot just 24.5% from 3. That's historically bad for a wing player. His free throws, even worse. Defenders treated him like he was invisible on offense, and it completely limited his team's performance. If he had even a half-decent jump shot, he could have had a much longer career.
Robertson for 3. Where was that last?
And now, we arrive at the grand finale, the Mount Everest of broken shooting form. The man who could dunk on anybody, but couldn't hit an open jump shot if his life depended on it. Ladies and gentlemen, Shaquille O'Neal. Shaq was 7'1", 325-pound force of nature. In the paint, he was completely unstoppable. But the moment he stepped beyond 5 feet, disaster. His free throw shooting was so bad that teams literally invented a strategy called Hack-a-Shaq.
And Jeff, for San Antonio, once again, people are saying, as they immediately have a Hack-a-Shaq call, I don't believe it.
Just to get him to the line because they knew he wouldn't make them. Over his career, Shaq shot a painful 52.7% from the free throw line. And in some seasons, it dropped into the 30s. His form was never consistent. Sometimes he used one hand, sometimes two, and sometimes he exaggerated the follow-through. Nothing worked, Julio. A big part of it had to do with his oversized bare hands. His 2000 NBA Finals performance was legendary. 38 points per game, 16.7 rebounds per game, but if he had hit more than 38% of his free throws, the Lakers could have ended that series even faster. His worst free throw night? 0 for 11 against the Seattle Supersonics in 2000. Imagine being that dominant and still having a night where you couldn't hit a single free throw. Defenders were following him before he even crossed half court, just to send him to the line. Luckily, Shaq is more so remembered for his domination on the court. One can overlook the terrible shooting form he had because he was just that good.
No nickname. I can't give one. Only this guy has a new nickname.
So there you have it. Players whose jump shots that were so broken they shouldn't work. And yet, somehow, some of them find a way to make an impact on the game. Whether they adapted like Jason Kidd,
Ball is stolen by Jason Kidd. He'll put up a shot from midcourt. It goes! Oh!
embrace their weird jump shots like Shawn Marion,
It makes you look. Marion looking for another corner three.
or just dominated in other ways like Shaq.
The Lakers have two. Bryant to Shaq.
They prove that there's more to basketball than just having a pretty jumper. Keeping it 100 though, it never hurts to have half a decent jump shot. What's your shooting form look like? Who does it most resemble? Let us know in the comments. Until next time, Swish Roll out.